Hi Leo, I love you honey. So we're going to do a tiger eye spread. I had quite a few for personals this week, so we're going to do a general for Leo. Let's see honey, pretty big spread. We personally created for our personals. Let's see. Honey. Holy angels, Holy spirits. Choose the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. What can Leo know? We're going to cut this one. Well, maybe not. The enlightenment of transformation on hold to justify the interest. One of you's got to be damn sure you're interested because you're not sure. Well, why ain't they sure? Why wouldn't they be sure? It's a spiritual transformation. That's the death card in the sun. Changing in where you open up. Look, sun and the moon. Leo, goodness. Okay, well. What do we need to know for Leo? Let's cut it again. You got the yin and the yang energy, masculine and feminine energy. There's a lot of people, always remember, you're not always arguing with the person you're in. You could, if you're intact with somebody, then you're arguing with could be arguing with the energy that comes with the person. Okay? Okay. So the reading's going to start 3 pentacles to the page of pentacles. 4 cups. 2 wands. I'll fix the camera. 8 cups. Ooh, 5 swords. That's the positive aspect of the reading is 5 swords. In case you don't know, if you're a cross watcher, Leos were born to be challenged. The more Leos challenge, the more they grow. Just in case you don't know. What you want out of this, oh my love, you got the Queen of Wands. 5 Pentacles, that's what you don't want. What you're going to be focused on. What you're not going to be focused on. What's going to help you through. What you need to chuck in the fuck it bucket. What's going to change or what needs to change. What you do not know about. Potential outcome, honey. You have the Star. That is Aquarius energy. I'm going to fix the table. Let's clarify for you, honey. So your reading started out with the 3 of Pentacles. We all know the 3 of Pentacles is putting something together, acknowledgement, working together. But there's that black curtain in the back. In case you don't know about the black curtain, there's always something hidden. Look at this. VIP access. Behind this black curtain is VIP access. And it comes with the divine himself. The Hierophant. Interesting. Working together with spirit. What would be an external challenge for the Leo in this reading? 8 Swords. Mental restrictions. 8 Pentacles. That's 8-8. Change and attaining. 9 Pentacles with the Fool. You are, this is what you are independently releasing yourself from. Because somebody's trying to masterfully confuse you. Yep. In your internal energy, you actually got 4 cups. You're ignoring the offer. Page of Cups. You're like, I'm sorry, 3 Wands, but I have other plans. That's the 3 of Wands coming this way. Or you're saying, excuse me, what's your plan? You're asking somebody what their plan is. Maybe keeping you hanging, giving you little breadcrumbs. But you're mastering every lie. You're mastering every deception. You have 8 pentacles and 8 swords. Damn. What's coming in the reading right now? The Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. You could have just started a brand new contract with a new friend, or you have refreshed a long-term contract with a Pisces or a friend. What is in that Page of Pentacles for Leo in the reading? Mercy. Oh my gosh. It's going to go from small to big. It's going to go from a page to an ace. Leo. Oh my goodness. It's going to be something that you're looking for. It's also an Aquarius energy. It's also a masculine that has ascended to get their wish fulfillment. It's that 9 cups. The wish fulfillment they were guided back to. What they wish for. So, who is in the King of Swords energy? And this guy's got his back turned to everyone. He doesn't face too many people. He doesn't look at, I'm not going to say look at them in the eye because of distrust. He knows that if he looks people in the eye, that he could take their energy. And he has figured out what? All right. What has he actually figured out? The Knight of Swords. He's ascended. He's no longer arguing. Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. He's watching his words. To the Queen of Cups. He's watching what he says to the Queen of Cups. Do we want to know? Yeah, Leo wants to know. What's he saying to the Queen of Cups? Secret's out. That's the Moon in reverse and the 9 Pentacles. This is the one secret that needs to come out. Let's see what it says. 2 Swords. Unsure about the Tower moment. It's the only thing that's been blocking the Tower. Page of Swords. 5 Cups. This person was unemotionally fulfilled, but it's almost like they said something without thinking about it first. But now they know they better think about it before they say it, because there's that Knight of Swords again. It was codependent, a codependent emotional soulmate. They brought their problems on you. They're going to come back. They're going to formalize something for you, with you. What is in the contract there? 9 Swords. Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Worried about communicating. Worried about if you're going to fight with them. Worried about if you're going to challenge them. Yes, Leo's going to challenge you. That's the positive aspect. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because, I mean, the only way to get to know someone, if you don't have an argument with them, you'll never know them. I want you to think about this for a minute. You can live with someone for 75 years and never touch their soul. You'd know them as a person, human, but you'd never be able to touch their soul. Some people, they would only connect to who they're supposed to. Your internal energy, you have the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. You've been feeling like you've been ignored for a long time. You just feel like you've just been ignored. But in doing that, it caused you to reflect your mind, body, and soul. It caused you to analyze it, magnify it a little closer. And now this person's going, uh-oh. Leo, we are magnifying. What you're magnifying is the Page of Wands and the Two Pentacles. The initiation of interest, of struggle. Yeah, it's over. If you know that you have to make an effort, you know it ain't for you. That's what this Leo is saying. You sometimes you are looking at rejection as the biggest blessing of all. So is what you're looking at right here, the Knight of Pentacles is coming out. Oh, the Magician, manifesting your dreams into reality. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You're not taking anybody where you're going. You got the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune here. You're spinning the wheel on your own. You need no one's help. Shit. If I was you, I wouldn't mess with this Leo. At least until you're ready for yourself. This person is just standing back right here, waiting for the right time to do what? Reflect. Oh, they're waiting for Leo to reflect. Interesting. Or they could be waiting for the right time to spend some time alone, Leo. They don't know if they fuck with you right now. Because the Five of Cups, they miss you. They miss you. You have Two Cups and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Since they've separated from you, they've missed you. That's the Five of Swords. It's like you challenge their five senses. They've never felt it before. It's like coming straight up to you and just plugging in. Unknowingly where the charge is coming from. You know what I mean? And see the star in the outcome? The star's in the lantern of your external energy. But this person, it looks like they're reflecting. They want to see the truth. They want to see it for what it is instead of what they want it to be. Well, what exactly are they reflecting on? What is in the Hermit? What they're reflecting on is the Two Pentacles. Could have juggled. Adapted. This is the Emperor going back to the Lover. King of Cups. They're reflecting on when they went back to an ex. That they're reflecting on their path of interest was going back and forth. The Emperor, but this is also taking control of the struggle with that Knight of Cups, a friend. Yeah, the cycles are ending. Strength card, Queen of Swords. Huh. You got 10 swords, 10 wands, Queen of Swords, and Strength card. It's packing a lot. Heavy burdens to be, I'm going to say, psychologically depressed. You know that one folder in your computer you just keep compressing, keep compressing, keep compressing? You understand what I'm saying? To a human, you can't do that. You'll mentally try to break them. The positive aspect of this reading, goodness, look, the positive aspect is the 8 cups and the Ace of Cups. Here's your 9 cups right here. And there's the moon. So, anytime you have the 8 cups, that's someone walking away from their emotions behind the scenes. They're not speaking up about emotions. They're not saying, hey, I have love for you. You got that Ace of Cups right there. It's their challenge. Their biggest internal challenge is the words, love you. It's hard for this person to say the words, I love you. It's very hard. It's a negative aspect. Leo, you're going to bring it out of them. Why is it hard? Well, the reason why it's hard is because of the King of Cups and the Hangman. a different perspective on their emotions. Justice and the Two Swords. They got to justify something they're not sure of first. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven, my love. Goodness. So let's ask, what do they actually need to be clarifying? Spiritually balanced. They wanted to be more spiritually balanced. You made it look easy. The positive aspect is it was an internal challenge. You never told them your challenges. You never told them what you've been through. So the negative aspect of this is the Six Pentacles. They got to walk beside you, not in front of you or behind you. Instead, they walked away from the blessing. Or they need to take that 1 cup and walk away from 8 to where you both can find 10. That's where they say that 2 souls into 1. Level your power, strength card, so they can level with you. Wow. They have to be equal to your strength, your courage, your power, your wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. Without emotion. Love without emotion. That's what they have to do. Love without emotion. They're thinking, how the heck do you do that? Easy. Watch Leo. Positive aspect of this, honey? 5 Swords. King of Pentacles. Whether a man or woman, you've been challenged by a father. You know, it's that situation, the conversation says, hey, you ever hold a flashlight for your father? 3 o'clock in the morning, you done been out there 16 hours, you know. But the conflict, you've already been challenged by someone of authority. You've already been disciplined by someone. That's the positive aspect. Mentally. Yeah. That's why the world is here. The cycle ending. Yeah, there's your 9 cups again. A wish fulfillment to end the cycle with a new perspective of what you carry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This was some sort of discipline to where if you didn't have this discipline, you wouldn't be at the stance you was right now. Some people say, oh, I had this in my childhood. Everybody does. Don't ever talk about your childhood if you're going to talk bad about it. Appreciate it, love it, and send it on its way. What you want out of this, you have the Queen of Wands. Oh, goodness, look at this. And the High Priestess. You want your higher self to be confident. You want your higher self to be vibrant. In case you don't know, the Queen of Wands is the only queen in tarot. Comes with a black cat. And the fire signs are the only ones that carry the tribe of Judah on their chair. What you want. This is either a masculine that wants an intuitive, divine feminine. Because you get the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Once she's connected unless she don't want to be. If she wanted a love situation, she could manifest it. So this is what you want. 6 Wands. Oh, there you go. Knight of Wands. You want to always be successfully interested. This Knight of Wands is an interest of strength and power through challenges. You want to always be able to find your strength, power, courage, wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment through challenges. Wow. This is the Empress. They've challenged the divine feminine. And it's only made you see who the fuck you are. Where's the masculine there? You recognize someone was not ready to settle. The masculine, oh, he's heartbroken. 3 Swords, the Star, he's healing. Hope, faith, balance, renewal in my heart, he says. 7 Cups. King of Wands, this masculine's thinking. That's the 8 Cups. And that Ace of Cups, you took a cup back. They thought they was going to take your love cup and run with it. And Leo said, no, you're not. Paid a lot of money for that. And you know, I can hear it. I can hear it. Or you got it from a special friend. It was just, Leo's territorial. They'll knock your fucking head off just for a piece of bubble gum. Just to prove a point. I swear. And only people that's ready to wake up a sleeping lion will fucking test them. An awakened Leo anyway. Because the way they walk will teach you how to treat them. Regardless man or woman. It rubs off on people. But only the ones that can take the energy. Some people just cannot. What you do not want. You have 5 pentacles. Oh. Either you don't want a low vibing marriage, or you don't want a low vibing family. You don't want to vibe low and trying to be emotionally complete. Let's see. What is this Leo does not want? You don't want to be left out in the cold when living with someone. You don't want to feel like you're alone when living with someone. The 10 Cups is happy family, happy life. Even the dog eats good. They have children together. Oh, you don't want somebody that just come out of a low vibing relationship. Queen of Swords, Libra energy. Ace of Swords, looking for truth. They're going to have to leave that shit back there. They're going to have to clarify that with the Queen of Swords. 10 Pentacles and the 5 Swords. This is going to, because this is what would challenge your legacy. That's the conflict of your legacy. Leo's like, nope, not my address. Return to sender. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back on, honey. What you're focusing on right now is these 10 wands. You're focusing on what you're carrying. Those 10 wands could be, a lot of people call them burdens, but listen, they're not all the time burdens. Sometimes they're family that can't take care of themselves. Sometimes their grandchildren can't take care of themselves. It's passionate burdens, things that you love, things that you're passionate about, that no one else would do it if you don't. But look what that's coming with, my love. They're starting to sting. You got 10 swords, 10 wands, 10, 10. Completion, completion. And people could also be undermining you, what you've already carried. I mean, this is feeling defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, betrayed. Because what is these 10s? What's the focus here? Nine Swords, that's stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. The Hermit. You're spending a lot of time alone. You're spending a lot of time alone, you are. You're actually reflecting on when somebody was stressing you out, and you're figuring out you're done packing other people's fucking shit. You're done packing shit that don't belong to you. Man or woman, you're just done. And that's what's got this person looking back and it's like, oh, they're reflecting. Maybe I better go back and get that. Uh-oh. You passed the test. They saw you pass the test. They know it's going to be their turn next. Because what you should not be focused on is 3 Cups and the King of Wands. Maybe coming together with the masculine or celebrating the masculine. What's in the 3 Cups? Oh, independent lover. 10 Cups and the Fool. You don't want to focus on one independent lover trying to release themselves either from a marriage or a family situation. Don't wait. So first, let's clarify the 3 of Cups, and that'll tell us, because we know what the King of Wands is. It's either masculine or a Leo energy. The 3 of Cups is celebration, coming together, happy times. They're telling you don't worry about what the masculine's doing. That's what they're telling you. Because the Page of Pentacles, see that Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups? They're turning their back on friends. Friends that they've been committed to for a long time. They're wiping the slate clean with friends. Give them the energy to work with, is what this is saying. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, 3 Pentacles. Give them the energy to rebuild with the Divine. Because it's confusing the focus. Interesting. So, that is a message for just one person, maybe. What's going to help you through is the Fool. We can look at that as an open opportunity. You can do anything you want to now. You will not be blamed for this, because before, what you do not want, you have successfully recognized that this person's been played, okay? You don't want them to feel left out in the cold in a relationship at home. And this Queen of Swords always demanding the truth, clarity. So this Queen of Wands is thinking, how's he supposed to tell her, be truthful to her, if he's not even truthful to himself? Something like that. What's going to help you through is the Fool. Oh, freedom of speech, baby. 8 Wands. Free to say anything you want to fucking say. That's a quick communication, fast communication. Grease lightning is what I'm thinking. Because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is a masculine telling an ex that they're about to take a risk. This is a masculine telling an ex that they're going to free themselves from this 10 Wands. Yes. They're no longer going to be carrying those responsibilities of the Queen of Pentacles. You're free to do whatever you want to do. You're no longer connected to me. What's the masculine going to say? Two of Wands in reverse. I chose the wrong path of interest. 8 Pentacles. Focused on the offer. They didn't take the offer. They were too busy to take the offer. Yes. Their intuition told them to take it. They're actually telling this Queen of Pentacles, because of you, I didn't take it. Could also be your person saying, well, put them in a contract. Once you get in the Page of Pentacles, it's a contract. But it's something he's fully been committed with. But that Knight of Cups coming out with the Knight of Wands down here, that Queen of Swords could have actually had sex with one of their friends. Been too flirtatious. Flirtatious with their friends. So don't worry about what the masculine's doing, because what's going to bring you through is freedom of speech. Let him say when he's got to say. Give him the energy to be able to say when he has to say. Wow. What you need to chuck in the fuck it bucket would be Judgment. That breaker 19, calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? 8 Swords. Any judgment that's bringing you confusion, anything that's putting you in a mental restriction, go ahead and call judgment on it and leave it there. Hang it on the cross. You got the spiritual cross right there. That spiritual cross, it comes out on the Chariot, where you can be able to move forward victoriously, away from all the shiznicks, away from you can go find some peace. A judgment of confusion. You're not sure if somebody has judged you. The divine tells you don't worry about it. Well, what's the judgment about? That Page of Cups. And I believe that's the Chariot. Yep. Just say, I'm sorry, I gotta go. You call for judgment and you leave, and let the judgment handle the judgment. You put it in judgment, you put it in the divine's hands. Justice is the balance scales. Judgment is when the mallets slam. You got to give them energy to close the case. And there's the Fool. And 4 Swords. Blocked from being free with a new perspective of challenge. You got to let them know they can't challenge you. You got to let them know that you have the divine on your side. And the only way for them to know you have the divine on your side is let the divine work the spirit without you being there. They're going to be like, oh my God, how did Leo do that from all the way over there? Well, you know what? Because Leo got the divine above. What's going to change, or what needs to change, is that 9 Cups. See that 9 Cups up there? It come in your positive aspect. You've already been challenged by a father figure or someone, is this man or woman, someone very authority figurative, somebody very stable. And this is the kind of cycle that you've learned to close. Emotionally content with new energy. You know how to get your energy back. It's almost like you can numb yourself to pain. Physical pain. You'll feel that shit tomorrow. Well, you have the 6 cups in reverse. You know somebody in the past is coming back. And there's that 3 cups up there, 6 cups, 9 cups. They're going to come back with new energy. Because you've got to give them some to work with. 10 Pentacles. It's a legacy. This is soulmate legacy. It's got a balance. You can't have more on one side than the other. Won't balance. What you do not know about is the 7 swords. Deception, deceit, interference, lying, cheating, stealing. But see, the 5 swords is up there. The 5 swords, he's packing around like nobody's business. It's not his business to do that. And then it's going to add 2 more swords. So that's 9 swords. So the 9 swords is up there with the 10 swords. 19 swords. This person's got a lot of negative energy around them. It's a lot of attachments that's coming with people around them. That's what's in the 3 cups. Let me grab another bundle. So it's what this could be saying. You have the 2 swords and the 7 swords. That's 9 swords. They either could not be seeing the deception, the interference, the deceit. They are blindfolded to it. How can they be blindfolded with that many swords? They're abundant. Talking. They like to talk. Too busy talking. The boat and self-indulgence. They're worried about their own fucking self. Where's the masculine in the 7 swords, 2 swords? Okay. 7 pentacles. Assessing those investments in divine, look. Karmic investments, negative investments. Where's this divine feminine? Well, she's in the Page of Swords. 7 wands. She's looking for protection. Or she's curious on where she stands. Or she's curious on what the battle is, because the offer, the Queen of Wands, she's pretty confident in this offer. See, the masculine, if he would just separate yourself from some people. What is the advice to the masculine? Because it's coming, to tell you what else, and you're, that's the negative aspect. You see that 6 pentacle up there? 6 pentacles is coming out with strength card. They have to level up with your energy, okay? 7 pentacles, 6 pentacles when you level. 7 pentacles is when you're paying those divine debts, and it's coming with the devil. Stuck, stagnant, undecided about the deception. They're not sure if somebody's deceived them, but they've deceived them more than freaking... I mean, you got 9 swords back here. You're going to get 10 swords. That's where the tower's coming. Somebody's about to get caught doing something. Yeah, the Star, hope, faith, balance, renewable situation. This is some sort of truth that the divine is about to bring out itself. Yeah, the Hierophant. Spiritual. When the divine brings the truth, it's undeniable. You got the Hierophant and the Star. Spiritual healer. Without support with the Sun. No, this is Leo energy. Leo doesn't need people to heal. Leo doesn't need, it's a different perspective on the spiritual awakening. Not needing to believe human words, but have to believe what you see with your own eyes spiritually. And that's what's coming out in your outcome. What's going to be seen with one's own eyes spiritually is the Star. Look at this. And the 7 Pentacles. Somebody going to know for sure why they had to pay what they had to pay. Why they have to pay. The reason why they had to pay was because of the Six of Swords, Seven Pentacles. Divinely guided to find peace with assessments. They have to find peace with what they're investing into. And how they're going to do that is the Five Swords. There's the Five Swords, Seven Swords again. It's a challenge of interference. They're letting too many people touch them, too many people hug them. There's the Three Cups and the Eight Wands and the Five Cups. So you take the 5 and 3, put it together, there's your 8. Walked away from emotions. Maybe said it out loud, but quit communication to the third party that you don't feel so good. Paying too much attention to the 3 cups and letting the two look instead of the 2 souls into one path of interest. This person's got to figure out where they want to go by themselves. If somebody tries to tell them, it'll just hold them back a little longer. What is some advice for the Divine Masculine right now? Temperance. They want you to plan and prepare foresight to find peace. Peace, bring peace and contentment in your plans and foresights. When you communicate behind the scenes, don't scream at them. Do not scream at the Divine Realm Masculine. Secretly communicate your plans and preparations peacefully. What about the feminine? 7 cups, daydreaming, night thinking, seeing the bigger picture. She's making independent emotional decisions. 9 wands in reverse. She is not guarded right now, but she is slowing down the spark of judgment through her strength, courage, power, wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment through the Empress, this King of Pentacles. She's followed through with the transformation, with the new perspective. She knows if she's the one that says something, the tower will fall. She's not going to be the one being blamed because she's not going to be there. She's in her own independent mind, in her own thoughts, doing her own thing. If this masculine could say something to this feminine, what would he say? You have justice. He's married. That's justice in the 10 cups. 10 swords and the 2 cups, which depleted the soulmate. He's undermined the soulmate connection so many times. 4 cups, 4 swords. This Ace of Swords is hidden under the bed. This Ace of Cups is being rejected. That's why, because he's got like is he just coming out and telling the feminine to leave him alone because he's married? Is that what he says? He's spiritually balanced. The initiation of unknown. He's acting like he doesn't understand. He's acting like the truth is still hidden. Because it's weighing heavy on his intuition. This Queen of Cups or the Queen of Wands, that's 2 women. I'm going to tell you right now, for the Leo feminine, they're going to say, if you've already chose the other woman, stay there. Yeah, that's your judgment. That's your breaker 19 calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? That's your judgment to follow through. Oh my gosh. That's the 8 of Cups. You're going to come back because after you gain that new energy of what the Lover's connection really feels like, that's when you're going to open up to the cup that the divine poured for you. Because you're going to go through stuff that you wish you never touched. I love you guys. Ciao.